everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I am going to show y'all how to make a stuffed chicken breast. But the first thing I'm going to show you is how I'm going to season it. And I'm going to marinate my chicken breast overnight before we stuff it. Alright, so the ingredients you would need is, I'm using beer can chicken seasoning. You could get this at Walmart. It's really good. I love this great seasoning. You could use this as a barbecue or, baking it in the oven or on the stovetop. We have some garlic powder, smoked paprika for the color, black pepper, and some avocado oil. So, like I said, we're making a stuffed chicken breast. We're going to stuff this with some greens. You could use spinach, you could use chard. I'm going to use cream cheese and sweet potato leaves. And for those of you who do not know, you can eat sweet potato leaves and you saute it on your stovetop like you do chard or spinach. It's the exact same thing. And I'm using that as a filler for my stuffed chicken breast. So with the chicken breast, depending on how many people you're trying to feed, that's how much chicken breast that you would need. So if you feed it 4 people, you need 4. I'm using 2 for 2 servings. And what you're going to do is clean your chicken really well, which I did. Make sure it's completely dry. And then you're going to kind of take off some of this fat here. I mean, unless you want to leave it on, it's up to you. I'm going to take off this fat. And make sure it's not on this side. You can tell this one is a big one. Alright, so hold on for 1 second. I'm going to grab my little, I guess it's a mallet. Hold on. Alright, so I got my little pounder here that I'm going to use for my chicken breast. So because this is so thick, the thicker it is, the longer it takes to cook. Well, I want to thin it out a little bit. So I'm just going to cut my chicken breast in half. Let's see if I can do it here. Put your hand on here. And some people just do pockets. I'm doing mine like this. Look at that. In half like this. And I'm going to do the same one with this one. Let's see. Cut that in half. And there you go. And the thicker parts, I'm just going to pound it out. Now we're just going to pound this out here and get it a little bit thin. Put my knife down. So I'm going to use the flat side. And we're just going to pound it. Okay, y'all, so I want to show you how thin I got it. You see, I want it like this. And I'm just going to add this to my bowl here because this is where we're going to marinate it in. And then this one here, I still need to got a little bit more to go. Alright, so I have my chicken breast nice and thin. I'm just going to add it to my plate here. And then we're going to add some oil to this. And then we're going to season it up. And just make sure that the seasoning adheres to each one piece. I'm going to season it on my plate and then add it to my bowl here. A little bit of this. Get nice and covered. Okay, so y'all, you see this piece right here, it's kind of torn, and that is fine because I'm going to use toothpicks to keep my chicken breast together to ensure that the filling does not come spilling out. So some will come out, but you just want to make sure you keep enough filling inside of your chicken breast. Okay, so now we're just going to add our beer can seasoning to this. And this is not really salty, y'all, so that's good. We're going to add our garlic powder to it. And let's say if you don't have the beer can chicken seasoning, that's fine. Use whatever chicken seasoning that you like. It'll be the same. It won't taste the same, but it's the same method, right? Our pepper and then our smoked paprika for that color. Okay, and now just gonna do the other side. Okay everyone, so we have our chicken breast nice and covered with our seasoning and the oil. So what we're going to do is cover this up. I'm going to marinate this in the refrigerator for about 7 hours. You could do anywhere from a few hours to overnight. Alright everyone, so remember when I said that I am going to use sweet potato leaves and cream cheese to stuff inside of my chicken breast? This right here is my sweet potato garden here. All of this whole raised bed is, and as you can tell, this empty space right here, rabbits got into it, but I still have sweet potatoes in the ground. So the leaves here, like this one, is what I'm using. And I'm just gonna cut these and saute them with some onions and garlic. So I just want to show you what I was talking about here. Also, y'all, this is the last of my jalapenos and the last of the bell peppers that are coming in for the summer. So I'm really excited about that. I had a lot of bell peppers and jalapenos this year. Cut them up and freeze them to last me all the way through till the beginning of next year. Okay, y'all, last up. These are my chickens. These are my babies. This is just a few of them. Some are already in the coop because the sun is almost down. It's time for them to go to sleep. Aren't they pretty? And they do free range, so I don't want you thinking that they don't. They do. It's just that they get put up towards the end of the night or towards the end of the day, so no predators will come by. That's my rooster, y'all. Ain't he gorgeous? He is so pretty. All right, so let's get back to the kitchen and finish up this recipe. Okay, so I got the sweet potato leaves that I'm going to use. So all I'm going to do is just clean these off in my sink and then cut these up along with some minced garlic. So like I said, I'm using sweet potato leaves, but you can use spinach and chard and then just use the remaining ingredients, which is the onion and the garlic. So let me clean these off and then we're going to head over to the stove. Okay, so I have just a little bit more of my sweet potato greens to cut up. And just in case you know someone who grows them, you know, the leaves are very, very delicious, very nutritious. And like I said, they taste just like spinach leaves. So I just wrap them up like I would spinach and cut them. That's all I do. Alright, so I have some minced garlic here. I have some onion. I got my cream cheese. And also I am adding cheddar cheese to this as well. Chopped cheddar cheese. Alright y'all, so we're going to add a tablespoon of butter, that's the last one, to our skillet here. And then we're going to add in our garlic. So I mixed up 3 cloves of garlic, and I have 1 small onion that I'm going to add to this as well. So let's add our onion first. And we're going to saute it a little bit with that butter. Once it gets, let it cook for about 2 to 3 minutes, we're going to add our garlic, and then we'll add in our sweet potato greens, or in your case, you would add in spinach or chard. Okay, now we're going to add in our minced garlic, and we're just going to cook this until it is fragrant. And now we're going to add in our greens, and we're just going to let it wilt down for a little bit, and then they will finish cooking in the oven. So make sure you have your oven set at 350 degrees. And also I kind of wilt these down too as well, because I have room temperature cream cheese, but just to kind of make sure that it softens up my cream cheese even more. When I add in my cheese and my hot spinach or my hot greens to it. So you just want to do it just enough that when it's about to start to wilt down, and then you're going to remove it and place it in a bowl. Alright y'all, as you can see, my greens wilted down some, so I'm just going to add a little bit of pepper to this and a little bit of salt. I don't want to add too much salt to it because, you know, you salted butter and then, you know, you got your chicken all seasoned up real good. So I'm just going to add a little bit to that, mix that around. Then I'm just going to remove this to a bowl, and then we get ready to get our cream cheese mixture together. Okay, so now we're just going to use half of this cream cheese. So we use 4 ounces of the cream cheese. I'm just going to mix that together. Alright, so we got our cream cheese mixed in, and now we're going to add a little bit of our cheddar cheese in this as well. About maybe a handful and a half. That's it. And you're just going to mix it all around. And there is our filling for our chicken breast. Alright y'all, so I have my chicken breast nice and seasoned, and we're just going to stuff this inside. So we're just going to lay that on top of there here as a filling. On one side, and then we're going to close it and pin it with our toothpicks. Let's add a little bit more here, like so. All right, take some of this off here. We're going to grab our other side of the chicken and we're going to close it. Do each side, pin it through with our toothpick. Remove some of your filling. And some of the filling might come off of this one, you know, because but that's okay. It'll still be good. Let's see. Might try to do something where I could just kind of pin it through here. Alright. And that's all that you do. And I'm just gonna cook this, y'all, in my cast iron skillet, the one that I cooked my greens in. I'm using that same skillet. So I'm gonna complete the other one, and I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, everyone. So this is how it looks here, and I had to kind of really double triple that one, but that's all right. So now, like I said, I'm gonna put it in my oven for. I'm gonna put it in my oven at 350 degrees. You want to cook this until the internal temperature is 165. Depending on your oven, it could take anywhere from 30 to 40 minutes. Alright, everyone, so I just wanted to show you how the chicken breast look. Look at that, y'all. It is so nice and juicy. I did check the internal temperature at the thickest part of the chicken breast, and it was at 165. I actually went over 165, but that's okay. And I did place it on the broiler for about a minute or two to get some little bit of color on it. So that's it. And it's looking really delicious, juicy, and that's it. So it is hot. So that's it. That's the end of the video. You can serve this with some mashed potatoes, or you can serve it with some rice and some other veggies if you want to. So make sure y'all like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. I hope you have an amazing day. God bless and be safe. Bye.